Hey guys, welcome to this week's Meet the Collection video. This is a guy that I really like a lot. You've seen two of his sisters already, so definitely want to stay tuned and check him out. Don't forget links in the description for both US Arc, and if you want to check out some of my merchandise, I have a newer design up with a Borneo shorttail on there, Mr. Atlas. And without further ado, we'll dive in and check this guy out. Alright guys, I said we were going to meet one of my little Borneo males here, this Marble fella. So check him out. Absolutely fantastic marbling on this guy's sides. He's got a little bit of the orange head, not crazy, but it's there, and he's got great tail contrast, which is probably my favorite feature in this particular guy. Now this guy was produced from a joint project between Rob Christian up at Nerd and myself. This was my male Marble, who you guys have met before if you've watched all these Meet the Collections, to Rob's female Marble, who is kind of from a funky background, if I'm not mistaken, but she's produced absolutely fantastic stuff. It's all right, buddy. Give me the old stink eye. I dragged him out earlier to take some pictures, and of course, the second we got outside, it started raining. So I got like 2 quick pictures of him. I have a really crappy thumbnail picture that I used just because I didn't have time to take a couple and get a really good one. He was getting annoyed with the rain hitting him, and I had to get in and let the dog out and all that. But just a really cool guy. I kept 2 males back, so he's one of 2. You'll meet the other one eventually at some point. Although you guys that pop in on the live videos may have seen him before, may have seen the other male before, the females as well. There's a Meet the Collection on each of the 2 female holdbacks, as well as this guy's father. So if you scroll through, you can find the family tree a little bit there. Obviously, the mother doesn't belong to me, so she won't be featured on such a thing. But maybe next time I'm up at Nerd or something, we can get her on a video with Rob if she's available. But yeah, that tail contrast back there, which hopefully you guys can get a good look at. I know the lighting in here is a little bit tough, but obviously wasn't able to shoot outside today. But it's just really, really nice all through there. Plus the pixelated sides that is the Marble. He isn't the best example out of the clutch, but he's pretty nice. Definitely an exciting animal. Definitely an animal I'm looking forward to working with as he gets older and bigger and seeing how he can push this project along. If you guys are familiar with Matt Minatola over at Philly Herp, he's line bred the Marble stuff really well and made what they call extreme marbles. And, you know, that's building on what Keith McPeak had done in the past. And so these babies here bred together would probably start heading towards those more extreme animals, but obviously that remains to be seen. I'm very excited because some of these guys really have a lot of qualities similar to their mother. And as much as I like my male, I really, really love Rob's female. She's pretty unique among Marbles that I've seen. And so I like the fact that some of these babies got some of the characteristics of her with some of the blushing through the back. I know, I'm sorry. I'm really pushing your limits today. See that tongue going super fast. These babies are really super tolerant, but that doesn't mean that they don't have a point where enough is enough. And so I'm trying to just, you know, encourage some positivity here. Let him know that, yes, you're nervous, but you don't really have any reason to be. So he's looking at my hand. So let him see that, oh, that's the hand I know, and it's not here to hurt me. And just give him a little reassurance and let him go on his way. You know, these guys are pretty smart animals, so if you give them the opportunity to figure out situations, a lot of times they will. The mistake people make is rushing them and trying to push them through stuff that they're not comfortable with a little too far, or just not having a feel for the animals. Each animal is an individual, and each one you can push to a certain level and a certain limit. So you just get a feel for it after a while working with a lot of these of where that line is with each animal, which is why I'm able to film, and there's some editing now on the channel, more so than at the beginning, but it's editing more for, putting in photos, doing this, transitions. I'm not editing or cutting any footage with the animals themselves because I want you guys to see that you can work around any behavioral shifts as you're working with them. You can get them back sometimes. Sometimes you push too far and you've got to stop the session. But I know my animals pretty well and I know how to prevent myself from getting to that point. So far, all the videos I've shot, I've been struck at twice. And one of them, I could see clearly the animal's in a defensive position. And the mistake that I made was, he was tracking my face, watching me, and I leaned forward as I was talking to him. And just that little bit of change was enough to signal to him that the perceived threat was now real. And so he reacted and defensively struck. He was fine after that. But I did put him back. I held him for a second, let him calm down, get his bearings, and then put him back. And the only other one that struck was my Het T positive matrix female. And she's just a little bit of a high-strung animal, especially outdoors. She gets very impatient. She tends to be fine inside, but once you get her outside, she kind of wants to be left alone. And so if you bother her too much, she will strike at you. And she didn't even strike at me. She actually struck at the phone because I put the phone too close to her face. But that's the only 2 times. And I have close to 200 videos up here on YouTube. And all of those videos pretty much include me handling at least one animal or several. So I think that goes to show you that these guys really are a lot more patient than people give them credit for. I'm getting really off track, as I often do. I just really enjoy talking about these animals. Obviously, I'm hoping that you enjoy learning about them and talking about them too. So hit the comments. Let me know what you think of this little marble guy. Don't forget to check out my store for Ron Burgundy merchandise, and there's some Borneo merchandise on there as well for Atlas. Now, there's about 75 products that you can get with these designs on them, from coasters to shirts to stuff. And right now I've been taking all the proceeds that I get from that, and I've been going towards USARK via memberships for people that weren't able to afford them, or just giving them away on the channel. So hopefully I'll be able to do that again if we get a little bit more merchandise stuff going. So far I've put out much more than I've made, but I just feel my responsibility to do my part as well towards USARK, which the link is on every video on my page, so check that out as well. Let me know what you think in the comments, as always. If you like this kind of content, check out the end screen. Maybe you can check out another video, see if the channel is something you'd like to subscribe to if you're not already. To those of you that are subscribed, thank you. Those of you that watch consistently, I appreciate it, especially my members and everybody that shows up to the live streams and makes the live streams a really good time. So thank you guys. Check out some more stuff. We'll see you next time.